Hello, good morning. You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Abalde. We are back again on another edition of your program. Wherever you're watching this program, thank you very much. It's a pleasure always to tune in and follow our channel. And I am with Mr. Adedrame as the co-host of this program. We've been here for the past 1 week, Mr. Adedrame.
I know, it feels like 1 year. I mean, sorry, it feels like 1 minute.
1 minute
Yes,
of a time.
Yes, I've enjoyed it, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm well. I mean, and in fact, on one of the days, I was you and you were me.
Oh, yeah.
So we swapped
we
places.
swapped, yes.
And yeah,
Exactly.
that was fine.
And how was it to be like me?
It was, I mean,
platform?
I felt very Ibrahim Suribalde-ish
you see?
whilst I was there.
You see how I feel when you are me?
That's right. You have the producer. You have the producer talking in your ear. All those.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There is a young man sitting here. I mean, he likes what I like, and I like what he likes. I mean, we have the same likings. We are somehow similar in nature, but different in nature too.
We won't delve into that cryptic.
Good morning, Mr. Moj.
Yes, good morning, Ibrahim. I'm not sure about similar in nature, but
Yeah, quite.
possibly we have some similarity
In taste.
taste.
In some
taste.
In some things.
Oh, Mr. Mamadou Moj. I mean, so how have you been, Mr. Moj?
Alhamdulillah. Well, the
We've
three
been
of
here.
us,
We've
we've
been
been
here.
here like whole week, haven't
All
we?
week, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. So, I mean, I know when the kids are back, we will take the back seat, Julde and Jenaba. When they
Don't worry. And
When
then
the
the
kids
public
are
will
back
be,
there.
and then the public will be screaming for us.
when the
Bring
kids
back
are
the
back,
older
we will
guys.
take the back seat. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll take a look at the code from the code, the newspaper review, and will we be talking to Gajaga?
We might not be able to speak to Gajaga because he's gone to Makkah to perform Umrah.
Umrah.
But we will have a video of a short report that he did. I won't spoil it for the viewers in case they don't know, but it was good news for the Gambia.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yes,
At
indeed.
least there is hope.
There is hope.
Yeah, so we will also be doing the Koros Film Festival every year. I mean, it's held in the Gambia at Alliance Francaise.
Yeah.
So it will be important to engage Babu Cisse, Hollywood actor, writer and producer, and Martha Manga.
Martha Manga.
Yes.
I need to feel your head. You're a Gambian and you called it Alliance Francaise, not Alliance Franco. That is so rare. That is so rare.
There are Gambians that are already there. So, I mean, I am part of those Gambians.
Alliance Francaise.
Yes.
Finally.
Yeah. So, CEO of Koros Festival, Martha Manga, she would be here.
Yeah,
Is it a he or she?
She, Martha.
She. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And in fact, it's ironic because honestly, I didn't know that Martha was going to be on the
You
program.
were saying something about...
I just posted, they put on X, formerly Twitter, they put something about her talking about becoming the CEO of the film festival. And I just reposted it on my feed. If anybody goes and check, they'll find it. And that was just minutes before I came here. And then I saw the running order, and there she is. So that's quite serendipitous.
UTG partners, UTG and partners launched 200,000 pounds.
No, that's euros. Euros.
Oh, it's euro, not pounds. Oh, euros rather. 200,000 euro cashew development project. Dr. Ibrahim Njai, Senior Lecturer, School of Agriculture and Environment. Dr. Lang Sanyang, Director of Research and Consultancy. They'll be on the program.
They will be on the program, and
Yes.
we did a story on this on the news, and it's quite an exciting project.
The proverb, just because the lizard nods its head doesn't mean he's in agreement.
No, doesn't mean he's in agreement.
Doesn't mean he's in agreement.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the nature of lizards.
There
When
you
we
go.
were when we,
exactly.
You've already interpreted it.
when we were much younger, when a lizard nod its head, we'll be like, okay, it's insulting us. You understand?
Wait,
So we keep killing
not
lizards.
agreeing.
yeah,
no, that's an
No,
interesting.
no. For kids of our generation, we'll be like, okay, this lizard. Look at this lizard. It's insulting us.
What?
So we keep killing. Sometimes we can kill lizards, more than 50 of them.
Oh,
Yeah, as kids.
That's horrific.
We
Living
stoned them,
where?
killed them.
Basse.
Living, was
Hit
it
them.
in Basse or when you came to town?
Latrikunda.
Latrikunda.
Yes. we,
I hope the animal rights people are
with
not
the
watching
kids of
this. You could
Latrikunda.
be
I can remember
arrested.
there was a time we waged a war against the lizards. We took a bucket, we killed them, put them in the bucket. More than 50 of them.
And then did what? You buried them or what? Or you ate them?
No, we threw them. We don't eat them. We just waste them like that.
Historical
Fishes.
crimes
Yes,
of cruelty.
yes.
to
But you see,
animals.
that's
I wonder if
not-
people can be
sometimes
arrested.
that's how kids behave. You
Calm
understand?
down.
Those
We,
are,
we were kids
we were
once.
kids.
yeah, maybe
We were there before you.
50
Calm
lizards.
down.
50 lizards put in a bucket.
That's
In
it.
fact,
we,
more
we
than
never
50
did. I
of
never
them.
did. In Banjul, I
Oh,
never
my
knew
word.
anybody who did.
when we were much younger,
That
that,
was
would
why
be
I asked
around
you.
11, 10, 11.
Hey.
We killed a lot of them.
So as they
What's
say in
the
Sierra
right
Leone,
thought?
I was going to
Especially-
say. So
especially-
as they say in Salon, you don't get sense by that time.
Absolutely.
Wow.
No sense.
Wow.
No sense then.
You don't get sense.
Now I don't even kill a fly.
Uh,
you know.
Oh,
Now
you're a
I
Buddhist, You're a Buddhist, eh?
I don't even kill a fly.
Okay.
Yes. So, Mr. Mboch, what do you make of the proverb?
Oh, you've already said it. The automatic action, as it were, of the lizard nodding doesn't mean that it's agreeing. Gestures, outward signs, outward things that you see, and true intentions,
yeah,
isn't it?
quite.
That's really
That's
the
right.
difference. And you can apply this all over the place.
In interpretation.
Interpretations,
yes, of,
absolutely.
you know, what you see is not necessarily,
Yep.
you know,
What you get.
yeah, quite. So yes, I mean, I remember when in England, for example, when you're learning to drive, they tell you, they test you when you're doing your driving test. They said if somebody's coming in the opposite direction and they flash their lights, what does it mean? What does it mean to you if they do like a double flash of their lights?
To either allow you to pass or for you to allow them to pass.
Exactly. It doesn't mean anything because it's a kind of unconventional thing that has crept in, but there's no official accredited thing that this is what it means.
Yeah.
And so you've just nailed it by saying it either means this or that.
that.
It's not. If I flick my indicator and it's indicating I'm turning
Yes,
to, then
yes.
you know I'm turning
I'm
to the left.
turning, yes.
But if I flash my light at you twice, what does it mean? Let me go or you can
But
go?
only for vehicles that have
And then-
indicators.
This is true. In fact, today we saw one who nearly caused an accident because he was turning off and he hadn't indicated. He was coming in the opposite direction to us, and you could see that there were other people turning in that direction. But he just veered off the road, and you know the others had to kind of screech to a halt to avoid him because So that's funny. But I mean, to get back to the proverb, you're right. I mean, I think it's about some outward things can be interpreted one way or the other, and sometimes misinterpreted. Like for example, somebody who has a wink, that's a kind of a tick. You know, there's something wrong and they're winking all the time. It doesn't mean they're trying to, chat you up. But if you see that and they're winking like, oh, that person's or that woman's winking at me, it means, she wants me to. So, yeah, sometimes, outward sort of signs and signals can be interpreted one way and misinterpreted.
Yes.
Body language.
Body language.
And
it's very
body
important.
language. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I recently learned that some heads of states, at the likes of Putin, they have special body language that they do in public. Once they do them, the bodyguard must know this is what I want.
Happening.
Especially if he's walking and he puts his hand in his suit, it means something should happen.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, I mean...
So
That's the communicative sort,
that's
isn't it?
right.
But
That's right.
they've already agreed.
That's right. Whereas this one,
the grammar of it. Whereas in a social
There should be a
situation,
concord.
you just know that space of ambiguity, that ambiguous space.
yeah, quite.
So
That's
it's slightly different here.
You say something and
get the
somebody
point.
smiles at you. You
That's
don't know
it.
whether
You
they
don't
smile
know.
because they agree or they smile because they're being sarcastic. Like, So yes, there is that thing. But those ones are ones where there's been an agreement between.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a guy...
And even as a boss, with my staff, I say whatever, lay down sort of my
the law.
pronouncements,
Yeah.
they're all looking at me. attentive and stuff.
Mm.
And then afterwards, dismissed. They haven't necessarily agreed. You know, stuff like that. So it's a very important. It's a very important lesson, really.
There is indeed.
We want to be careful in how we interpret.
So it's telling you, even if the lizard nod its head, I mean, it doesn't mean it's in agreement. That's the nature of the lizard. So it's telling you, for you to be able to be very sure before you accept that nodding, because at the end of the time you might think this individual agreed while it's not.
Man, that's it. It's telling me to be careful with context.
Yeah.
Context is meaning. As it were. Once you get that context, then I'll be, you know, I'll know how to deal with it.
Because a lizard nodding its head, that's in its nature.
Absolutely.
A human being nodding their head is so its context is everything.
Exactly.
You know, yes.
Intentionality.
Yes.
That's it.
Correct.
Whereas with the lizard, there's no intentionality.
Yeah.
Really. Only human beings can sort of have intentions to do something. As it
So
were,
now
in
if a
many
lizard
ways.
sees Ibrahim Balde, it's saying, yeah, that's the guy who killed many of my relatives a
Absolutely.
long time ago, you know, so yeah.
Kids, sometimes kids can do a lot of things. I mean, I just sit and realize that it doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
And by the way, growing up, did you have like a catapult?
Yes,
okay.
a catapult, and I wasn't very good at it. Although I have a friend who is very good at catapults. I mean, he can catapult like 10 birds and put them somewhere, and we grill them all the time. He was very good. I mean,
well, that one, at least you ate them.
at least we ate them. But lizards, oh my God!
you know that I never did. No.
You grew up in Banjul.
Well, funny
Banjul
enough,
kids don't know that.
Funny enough, in Freetown, you had people who were very good at catapults, and they would down these birds, and they would eat them.
Yeah.
They would
But how can you do that in Banjul? Banjul, people don't know those things.
Even in Banjul, there were people who
had-
did
who
that.
had,
So I'll just be on the side, and you know,
Looking
the
at them.
catapults and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I was really never part of that at all.
You know, for me, the reason why I left catapult, I've seen a friend who took a catapult and catapult someone's head, you know. So I feared catapult since then. It's very dangerous. It's a dangerous weapon.
It's a serious
yes.
weapon.
So, Mr. Adidrame, at this point, we'll take a short break. After the break, then we continue the program. We'll be back.
We shall.
Opticalia, Gambia's leader in optical care with 5 locations offering the best in visual health. With cutting-edge European technology, Opticalia delivers single vision lenses in just 20 minutes. At Opticalia, we care about our future. Eye exams are free for individuals under 18, ensuring everyone has access to quality eye care. But it's not just about vision. Opticalia also provides advanced audiology services to ensure your hearing health is in the best hands. Our audiology services offer European standard hearing aids and diagnostics, ensuring everyone can hear clearly. Whether it's testing or treatment, you can trust Opticalia for your auditory care. Opticalia offers European standard products, fair prices, and exceptional value all under one roof. Visit Opticalia at the Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia or call us on 7767-121 or at any of our regional branches. Banjul 7767-126, Brikama 7767-123, Farafenni 7767-124, Basse 7767-125. Opticalia, love what you see and hear.
So we are back. You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Balde. Okay, I don't know if 2029 elections will find me alive, says President Faye on the Point newspaper. I mean, provided a journalist asked him, are you going to contest for 2029 election? And this is what he responded. I don't know. I mean, it's a very smart way of responding to such questions.
It's a non-committal response. Will you contest? I don't know if I'll be alive. And nobody does. And he's right to say that, you know. And I think one of the reasons why he said it is he doesn't want all the kind of kerfuffle that there will be, because as we discussed here, there are some people in his party or in their coalition who want him to stand, and there are some who want Sonko to stand. They want Jomai Faye to stand down and for Sonko to contest. And that's now been a kind of the split which you never saw coming because they were so close, but everybody else saw, because it's what happens in politics. And we've always given the example, if Blaise Compaoré can be involved in killing Thomas Sankara, then trust me, nobody is safe. I don't care what promises people make to you when you're in politics. They can forget those promises once they get into power or they assume office. Yeah.
Yes, and to me, yes, sort of the implied question in his answer, I think there was some trouble-stirring question. He's just really into his presidency. When was he inaugurated?
Yeah, okay,
You know what I mean? Let's deal with this one first before we start thinking about 2029.
What's their presidential term? Is it 7 years or 5 years?
I think it's 5.
5 years.
I think it's 5.
Something like that.
Yes.
Yes, so it's 5 years.
It's 5 because he was inaugurated last year.
Exactly. So let's deal with this one first, really, before we start thinking about 2029.
Let me complete my at least 1 year and even my first term.
I'm just 1 year to my presidency.
And
allow me to at least go for 4.
You're asking me if I, you know.
And we all know why, just as you said, why they asked it. Because of this crack
that has appeared.
Yeah, but I mean, on another meeting, and Jomai mentioned now the issue between him and Prime Minister, and also that Sonko is Jomai, Jomai is Sonko. I have seen that you know, information been carried out by Senegalese media as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of using it to tease them about it because that's what they were saying leading up to the presidential election. And now that the apparent dispute has happened, then, you know, they're now using the phrase to kind of mock them almost. That, you know, when you were not in power, this is what you said. Now you're in power. Look how you're behaving. So they're not saying it in support. They're saying it almost in a sarcastic way.
My only.
But again, that's the kind of language you hear when you are in opposition in our various country. You know, we've got perhaps a thing or two to teach them. Who was President Barrow's godfather?
Yeah, quite exactly.
You know what I mean?
Quite.
So you have
Political
these sort of
godfather.
relationships, as we are the political godfather. You have these relationships in opposition that sort of like forms the glue, as it were, isn't it? To your
because you have a common target.
A common target. But once you are in power, then the reality changes.
Yeah,
See,
absolutely.
this is the thing. You cannot hold it against them.
Yeah.
The reality itself changes.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is.
Yes,
There's
so
no betrayal. There's
no
nothing
betrayal.
like that.
Right. So any Gambian news from
Yeah, so let's move on.
you have Yaya Jammeh there.
I don't want to mention Yaya Jammeh too much.
Well, they debated him in the parliament yesterday, in the National Assembly yesterday, so whether you want to mention him or not.
He still confirmed to come back in terms on if Allah has destined it.
But what the debate in Parliament, I think that's important, wasn't it? About
The debate was whether to
thing.
remove and revoke his immunity or
But didn't
give
the
him
Supreme
immunity.
Court, didn't the Supreme Court
Yeah.
say something about that whole immunity thing?
Well, they came up in the Yankuba Dabo, Yankuba
Toure.
Toure, I beg your
Exactly.
pardon, Yankuba Toure, I beg his pardon, Yankuba Toure case where he claimed that he had immunity because he was a minister, but he obviously hadn't read the small print because the immunity applied to things conducted in the course of your duties as a minister, which of course didn't involve killing somebody. You can't say that was part of my duties as a
and
minister.
the courts, if
Yeah,
my
so the
memory
court-
serves me right,
yeah.
that was something, they had a ruling, as it were, on this whole immunity thing, sort of
Yes.
rendering it unconstitutional.
And
So
that
immunity,
crimes against humanity
Yes.
do not.
there's no immunity.
There's no immunity.
That's it.
There's no immunity.
Guys, you know, I didn't look at the paper very well. The
Oh.
Observer,
Yes.
Mr. Mboch, Is it I'm seeing the Observer 24. Is it the Daily Observer?
No.
Does it say
this is-
daily?
It didn't say daily.
That's
No.
it.
No.
So it is not the Daily
This is
Observer.
this is
Observer 24.
This is a
Is it-
new publication that's been published
Yeah.
quite recently,
Yeah.
and you know
We-
we get copies.
Yeah, we
brought
used to
here.
have the Daily Observer
Oh, we
here.
all remember the
With the
Daily
doctor.
Observer.
I work for
he
the
works
Daily
there.
Observer.
with the Dr. Owl. Dr.
Yes.
Owl says.
Dr. Owl.
Dr. Owl
yes.
says yes,
Mm.
yes.
Okay, I mean, GMC leader says UDP has no political base in Woolly. How can we justify that? It depends.
And what does that mean?
What does it mean? Does he-
Maybe they don't have loyalists in Woolly. I mean,
or
he's from Woolly.
Or yeah,
He's from Woolly.
yes, but what
And-
he's
and-
saying is
yeah.
effectively that this is an area where they can't win. They don't have enough people to make a difference in terms of electing a National Assembly member from here. I guess that's what he's getting at.
That's it.
You know,
And he sort of
you know,
apparently
say-
asserted a fact.
yeah, quite.
How do I
No
know
political
that?
base.
See, you know, I may talk to somebody else from Woolly who would say something entirely different.
And may say, I've
So
always
be very
voted UDP,
careful,
and I
yeah.
always will. So
We
yeah,
should be
yeah.
careful
This
here.
is just one
This
guy's.
is just what he has asserted.
One guy's, yeah, quite.
So I do not know
Yeah.
whether it's true or not.
Yes, what's the basis? So any others?
So Bensouda says says split with UDP is a political divorce.
Divorce. Why do you
Divorce.
keep mispronouncing everything? It's divorce. You never heard anybody call it
You
divorce.
didn't have your coffee this
We
morning,
had-
did you? You haven't had any coffee now.
So let's talk about that.
But we know it's a political divorce.
Obviously.
He's
He's
been
been-
sending shots.
He's sending shots. He's been giving lots and lots of interviews on radio, on TV, online media mainly, talking about how his movement is going to change the political dynamic in the Gambia. I saw one
Well,
of the
we
interviews.
said it here.
Yeah,
What a
yeah.
bitter divorce.
It's a bitter
we
divorce.
We used the term much earlier when we discussed it.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a bitter divorce.
But
Yes.
but you know, sometimes these divorces can
That's
you know,
it.
they can be mended. You know, because of political expediency. If you think there's an opportunity that you can get back and get into power, suddenly the divorce can be undone. So yeah. So what else?
I'm enjoying one of our viewers sent a comment. The
Yeah.
individual said, Jammeh will come back again and say, Allah did not will it.
Which, to be honest, when we read the piece, that's what
Yeah.
you can say. And because the Standard has that as well. It says, a motion to revoke Jammeh's immunity collapses so far, it says. And then there's an interesting one, top right-hand corner of the Standard.
Of the
Assembly reduces $16 million from the Office of the President's budget, from the OP's budget.
$16 million is from
Removed from it. The debate was yesterday at the National Assembly, and they've slashed off, or they've recommended that $16 million be slashed off it. You know, there were all the debate when the draft was put, but this is good because it shows you that the Assembly is alive, it's alert, and it's doing its job. It's not just a rubber stamp. You know, you bring the draft and we say, yeah, that's nice, that's fine, boom. No. So there are things that they found to be contentious, and it got quite heated. You know, this debate around, you know, budget for this, budget for that. But most of it kind of, you know, went through. But
they're still
4 hours.
debating, aren't they?
They debated 4
Before.
hours yesterday. Yes.
So,
yes.
and
I
we'll
didn't
probably
check
go on for a
today.
few days, wouldn't it?
Exactly, because if you remember, I think we carried a story that the National Assembly members had gone on a 4-day retreat to study the draft. So obviously they've studied it well, they've scrutinized it, and you could tell yesterday that there was kind of informed debate, which is good to see. It was good to see. People weren't just kind of reacting kind of emotionally, and they were quoting from the budget as to, you know, you had this figure, this is why I don't think this is correct, and so on. And it made a change. So obviously the retreat worked, but you've had another viewer contact you and you're
Yes.
smiling again.
Yes, Mr. Adedrame. Man who allegedly hacked wife with cutlass claims he was asleep during incident.
Are you sleepwalking?
You was sleep?
He was sleepwalking.
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 You can sleepwalk.
You can sleepwalk?
Yeah.
How realistic is that?
Aye.
Actually, it's a phenomenon
it's
that's
a
been
thing.
documented. It's
a
known
thing.
about
So
phenomenon.
it's reality. It happened?
Of
Yes.
course you can sleepwalk. It's
Where are
very
you people
common.
from? How can you sleep and walk?
Where have you been?
I mean, I've never seen that before.
He's from Basse,
It's,
remember?
So-
they don't have it in Basel.
Mboj, doo
So
duga
you
Basse-
end up in the river.
Mboj, doo duga Basse de bés boo ñëwee Basse Kobakunda nga. Okay, tell
but
me
so-
more about this.
It's a
Yeah.
psychological condition.
It's a condition where people can they can get up
It's been
and they
physiological.
can walk around and
By
yeah,
sleeping.
and they don't realize that they are
Exactly.
they're up and they're walking, but they're
That's it.
completely asleep.
I call it
Oh, okay.
psychological, but
Yeah.
obviously it's a physiological
It's- yeah,
aspect to the
yeah.
dream.
Wow.
sleepwalking,
No, you type it in
absolutely.
your internet and you'll
Yeah.
see it.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's not a rare condition in the sense that it's unheard of.
So what is going to be the judgment for this
No,
individual?
it depends because I was joking when I said sleepwalking.
That's
He
it.
might have been
was
saying I
joking
was
as well.
asleep when it happened rather than I was sleepwalking because he said I was asleep, right? So maybe he's claiming it wasn't me, and he's obviously Shaggy, song is his mantra. It wasn't me, but I guess the fact he's being charged is they think it's him,
Yes.
and he's probably trying to blame it on someone else. Say, no, it wasn't me. I was
Exactly.
asleep. So it could be that. I mean, so it could be that. It could be that.
So, I mean, President Adama Barrow declares nationwide skill revolution to empower Gambian youth.
Yes, as part of what's been taking place on the Meet the People tour. He's gone to many places and he has spoken about the fact that we're building skill centers because really almost everybody here sitting here watching, we know people who are mechanics, who are electricians, I put those in quotes, who fix our cars, and they have no proper qualifications. And then when a house burns down because of poor wiring or something, we say, oh, why did that happen? Or what a calamity. So we're trying to upskill people. And for some of these people, once you have those skills, you can then be properly self-employed. You can have a certificate showing that you have qualified in this particular thing. So they're trying to roll that out across the country to give people skills.
I'll tell you how important skills are. There is a young man that came to my shop last week. As we were sitting, I won't mention names, he was telling me how broke he was that day.
Okay.
You understand? So just opposite the shop, someone came around and said to me, do you know a person who installed channels? And that's his profession. He said to me, he
raised his hand.
He went and installed the channel.
There you are.
He came out smiling.
I bet he did. So from being
Yes.
broke, he was suddenly unbroke.
Yes.
But this is it. I mean, but the president and so on, and also we had the whole tripartite funds. So they're putting a lot of kind of funds and effort in trying to upskill the country because that is the way for progress. To build the country, both physically and kind of one might even say metaphorically. You have the destiny is in your own hands. If you want to build something, you don't have to call people from outside to say, because why?
Yeah, do
We
it
have
on your own.
we have people within the country who are skilled enough to do it and do it for ourselves.
Well, skills are very important. You will utilize your skills to do things for yourself, and at the same time, you will also use it to build the nation. I mean,
And some of these are portable skills. If you are properly qualified and somebody believes that the qualification was properly attained or obtained, they can employ you in other countries as well. And you have people that have skills that can go across borders, literally, and because we know that a lot of people who go so-called back way, they're unskilled. And so when they go to a lot of these countries, they're doing unskilled jobs. But if you have a skill, and even if you do go back way, not that we're encouraging anybody to do it, if you can prove to somebody that you are a properly qualified mechanic, electrician, plumber, whatever, the chances are you'll get a much better job than just a low-paid job that requires no skill.
Absolutely. And with me, I will begin with my observation that revolutions, they are not declared, but what you do. That sort of thing. One. And secondly, yes, the access. When we spoke to the Minister of Basic Education the other day, we're constantly talking about access. Everybody must have this and all the rest of it. But I'm so worried about the quality.
Quality.
School is in the building.
Quality.
And yes, you've been using skills. I get that, but I want to use the other term, competence. In whatever you do, because competence, you'll have skills in it, you'll have knowledge in it, you'll have attitude in it. A lot of people think that they are competent because they're just technically very good, that sort of thing. But they are absolutely incompetent. A lot of people are just so unreliable. The attitude sucks. No, the attitude is awful. And that must be really addressed in many ways. So we just settle with, oh, he's just so brilliant with his science and all these things, but everything else is wrong. When they do work for you, you're not happy. You're calling them, they wouldn't answer. So a lot of people are incompetent, Balde, as far as I'm concerned, from what I've seen.
I know.
From mechanics and people who plumbers, people who do jobs for you.
Architects
and whenever they finish their work, they just leave everything there. You have to come and clean it. And I'm told that for a work person, the handyman, cleaning up is part of competence, part of your job. So I will say that a lot of people are incompetent.
I'm laughing, but I shouldn't laugh. But a friend about 4 years ago told me that she paid somebody $275,000 to do a kind of extension to her kitchen. And it was all covered up and so on, and she was looking forward to the day when she could unveil it and invite her friends. And she said on the day she unveiled it, she wept.
Oh, wow.
She said the quality and the standard of work was so poor that it had to be broken down, and she had to get somebody else to come and fix it. Yeah.
Why? What happened? It was
poorly done. It was very, very poorly done. It was just rubbish, what she'd been given, and yet she'd paid for it. And of course, we don't have a culture where we sue people for poor workmanship. Otherwise, she would have sued that guy and say, I want my money back. But that never happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think after doing all that job, I think organizing it should also be the sole responsibility of the mason, the person who does the fixing.
Yeah.
I mean, but sometimes you have to come and do all the cleaning by yourself. You've seen it almost everywhere.
As Mboji mentioned,
Yeah. So, Mr. Momodu Mboj, thank you.
Have you thought of having Mr. Tunkara as your newspaper guest one day?
Yeah, that would be a
I think we should
guest.
ask. I think we should ask
that
him
next
one day.
week.
I think maybe next week.
We will be very honored to have.
I had him once on radio some years ago. We were reviewing the newspaper.
We would be very honored to have
that was
him
the only time that he appeared
on this platform.
I think it's time he appeared again.
Yeah. All right. So viewers will take a short break. After the break, the program continues. We'll be back.
Thank you.
Gilabila radiallahu anha waɗi noddingol folongol e islam noddingol tawa e diine men on julɓe ɓen noddinte ɗoye ɓe yahude ɓe juula enen fof daroɗen dula goto si tawi ka jogiɗo ma ala fof juula laaɓi 5 e ñallal ngal aji banque limited no welti fi tawede laaɓi 3 oɗo agent compétition fi ɓe dépensamo ɓe ɓeydanamo doole ɗum ɗo ko fi tun hoolagol ko wonɗen kon ha para yiɗa daro fonka ko annduɗa ɗum ɗon woni ko hawti en kon ɗum woni hoolagol ha para noon kadi noddingol fi juulen awa tawe ɗum ɗo joni an kadi ɓeydita hen e sengo ko annduɗa ko ɗum woni noddingol waɗu vidéo joni nulda e whatsapp hara hiɗa noddina e oɗon number 3373555 ɗo e balɗe 30 e go'o lewru décembre 2025 meɗen jogui yimɓe ɓe annduɗa hiɓe jogui gandal ko kamɓe darata te noon kadi min noddoya on ɗo ka QTV fi wawa yiide poɗodiron e ko ɓuura andirede e final on fi wawon yiide on gagnike te noon ɓe jonniray ko annduɗa ko ɗum woni certificate ji mbuuɗi kañum kadi e piiji boyi 2026 national agent competition ko Aji Bank dépensi ɗum Aji Bank yo investment partner.
naine dake network oto mi yalonko wole warta nyimbanko kan adung adabe soniaring wala nyama imuna fang telefono la mi yalonko abe seniaring adung internet wobe tariaring nyindung QCell dorna sinyin nati aleno ibori yela QCell line ota customer care mi suti atima bi QCell network o mi warta network o beti adung adabe soniaring QCell sunu boss ntolenga silo walang dulia bulan noma.
QCell, the fastest growing network in the Gambia, now presents to you the eSIM. QCell's eSIM allows you to electronically scan a code and join the world of digital SIM cards. Customers with physical SIMs can easily switch to the eSIM as well. So rush now and get connected with an eSIM and start using the latest mobile technology with your trusted GSM operator. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sinupus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Vocal si network bu gëna rëy gëna yombale si réewi Gambia bi fii jëfandikool kool bu set internet bu gaaw li yëpp si njëg bu yomba fii si QCell dawal léegi si suñ customer care bu la gëna jege ñu may la QCell line te doo si fay dara QCell network bu gëna rëy te it gëna yombale si réew mi fii QCell suñu bas ñoo xaali yoon bi ñeneen toppa.
Yeah, so we are back. You're watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Balde and co-hosting this program. It's Mr. Dedrame. Now let's take a look at the Kuros Film Festival, and we have Babu Sise, Hollywood actor, writer, and producer. Babu, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. How are
I
you?
think this is the third time.
Is it the third time? I think it's the third time.
This is the third time.
This is the third festival.
Yes. Yes. So we have Mata Manga, CEO Kuros Film Festival. Mata, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's good to have
so
you here
happy
too.
to be here.
For you, this is the first time.
It's my first time,
Having you
yes.
Yes.
But I see you guys on TV, so it's so nice to join you
Oh
on
yeah,
the couch.
thank you, thank you. All right, so Mr. Sisay, we wouldn't be asking you what is the Kuros Film Festival about. I am pretty sure many people understand what happened during the festivals. So let's just talk about how has it been going and how far have we gone with these festivals?
Oh, we've gone really far. I mean, under the umbrella of the festival, it's not just a 3-day event we have next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's also all the capacity building that we've been doing and the vision that we have for the Gambian film industry and for the African film industry as a whole. And that's been going really well. One of my main goals when I started this, and Martha joined within, I think, a couple of months of me starting it. So we've been working together. One of our main goals was to get it to a point where, one, it's sustainable. And the other goal was to make sure that people see this as an industry and earn a living from it. I mean, we all fall under the same, what you do, what we do, we all fall under the same umbrella. And thankfully this year we've got to a point where we have productions coming in from the UK. We did a co-production with Massive Owl. It's a UK-based company. Aldeas is the Vatican's company. Mr. Lamin Manga introduced us to them. And we made a documentary with them and a film here. And also Mr. Martin Scorsese in the UK, in the US. So we got to a point where people are able to earn and work, and we filled up almost every position in the production that they shot over here. That's a big
That's immense, because as you rightly say, when people hear film festival, they think, okay, it's just the films that get shown.
Yeah.
But you do all these workshops, which we've covered.
Yes.
And some of the people who've been in those have actually gone on to make some, films, as we saw last year at the festival. We were there, and it's great. But Martha, your route from being kind of involved to now being CEO has been quite a journey. Just take us on that journey, please.
It's been quite incredible. We've been doing this for just over 3 years now. And when we started, Babu approached me and he was like, I want to start an academy in the Gambia because there's a huge movement in the African cinema industry, and I think Gambia should be a part of it. Him being, I would say, a veteran in the film industry internationally with all his exposure, he was, within 5 minutes of meeting him, Babu was able to give me a concrete plan in the most simplified way. For someone that didn't know how the behind the scenes of the industry worked, he just gave me a really great idea of how we can make it happen. Because when he pitched the first few things to me, I was like, that's a big idea. And then within minutes, he told me, we're going to create capacity building workshops. I'm going to leverage my networks to make sure we have the best access to really great professionals. And through that, I was able to benefit a lot and learn so much about the film industry in no time. Of course, it took a lot of effort. A lot of it was very intensive, and that allowed me to have a kind of a deep wealth of how the industry works. And so now I'm so happy that I get to now continue the work and also share what I know, and also keep building capacity in the Gambia as well.
So Babu, what kind of made you want to start on this journey? People know you from Badlands, and Tunkara and I were talking, Star Wars, and they're like, he's Gambian? Like, really? Because when they see the name and they see the spelling, they think, oh, is he Gambian?
Yes.
But so from that to this, to where we are, the kind of genesis of the whole festival, how did
I've got to
really
thank
come
my
about?
wife, Anna Cisse, for bringing me to Gambia, because it was her idea.
Anna,
Yeah,
she's
Anna,
she's
right
there.
Exactly. It was her idea that it's time for us to come home, time for me to come home. And I think when I first got back, there was a big part of me, if you've spent any time in Europe, that wanted to rest. But the moment I got here, I got invited by Maria Makoli to see Mebet.
Okay, yeah.
And I remember sitting there with almost zero expectations. I just thought, I'll watch it and see what happens.
Yeah, right.
And it just blew me away.
Yeah,
when I saw that, I'm thinking, what? And I found out the budget, and I thought, you're doing all of this?
Yeah, correct.
So that filled me with this fire of, okay, I have to add to this.
Yeah.
And then I realized there were a number of companies. Everybody was working separately as one-man, one-woman bands. And I thought, well, we have to all get under one umbrella. There's not even enough of us for one company. So let's all get together. And even if we're not all under the same banner, let's go to the forest together, let's work together, let's build together and see where we get to. And so that's been the main drive for me. And I knew that I had, as Martha said, some connections that I could leverage to bring us all together in terms of building. And I could bring people here that, and thanks to the American Embassy, the Ambassade de France, Alliance Française, and a few of our other partners, friends I've made in the past, we've just been able to provide a standard of training that would not have been possible.
So what type of films and genre of films are we focusing on during this festival?
I mean, we tend to do African, French, Gambian. That's where our focus is at the moment, I think, and they're short films. And this year we've really gone for award-winning, excellently told, out there films that are a little bit different. What's our theme this year? It's Love
Africa.
Okay, cool.
Love Africa. So we've tried to lean on that aspect and try to show elements of celebration of different parts. Some of the films are harder. They will be more confronting and challenging to the audiences because the stories are deep, and challenging. Some of the films will be funny. There's a few that we have that you will be laughing out loud if we have our way. And we'll also, again, get an opportunity to showcase Gambian talent.
So, Mr. Cisse, I just want to know, how are these films selected? I mean, how do you determine, okay, these are the films that we want to show?
Usually what you do is you open up a competition and you get loads of films sent to you, and then you look through them and you select. But that is a huge resource in terms of cash and time. So we don't have that. So what we tend to do is we leverage our partners. The Clermont-Ferrand Film Festival, where we've been together once, is going again next year. Martha's been in the past, and everybody knows Martha there. So we leverage their films from the IF, Institut Français, and occasionally films that we're contacted about. And then what we do is we watch all of them and then slowly pick out the ones that stand out. We have about an hour, 15-minute, hour, 25 minutes a day of
I think
program.
Balde is thinking of making a movie, and he's wondering how he can
Yeah.
get it to you guys.
Really?
Okay.
About life ambassador.
That's a great idea. We encourage that.
Yes, please, please.
We encourage that. People send us their
You
films
know,
we watch.
when I
Yeah.
was much younger, I have this interest in movies. In fact, I've
Okay.
written a lot of scripts when it comes to movies.
Fantastic.
But there was no encouragement, so I have to leave everything.
and no outlet
you
where,
know.
where they could
Yes,
be
where
transformed
is
into
it? Where is it going to lead me?
Yes.
Well, how am I going to make sure everybody knows about this? So
That's
then
right.
I have to. I can remember during my school days, I have a book, a notebook where I write a lot of movies.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow.
So as the CEO
Yeah.
of the Koros Film Festival, what other thing do you want to do to make sure? I mean, Koros Film Festival, it's more of decentralized all over the Gambia because we have talents all over.
Correct.
That's right. My aim is to continue building on what we've been doing. We've started at a really good pace, and we've been able to achieve a lot. Over the past year, a lot of our participants have come to me, and they've told me that the workshops that we've done, it's impacted them a lot, and they're earning a lot. So it means that what we've been doing has been working, and we just want to build on that, strengthen what we've already started. I don't think there's no need to invent anything new. Just keep strengthening ourselves, keep creating meaningful partnerships within the Gambia and outside. I've been able to travel a lot this year, especially between Dakar, Lagos, and in France. And in that, I've been able to see a lot of people who are interested in what's happening in the Gambia. And Babu, the concept that Babu instilled in me from the very beginning is let's build it, and then people will come. And that's what we've been doing. And so far, people have been
Field
so...
of dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Field
of
dreams.
course,
If
of
you build
course.
it, if you build it,
We-
they will
we-
come.
we were working in a small office, tiny office, just the two of us with big dreams, and for us it made sense. We knew where we were going with it. It doesn't matter where we were. We knew we wanted to do this, and it's happening. We can see the work happening, the impact coming into play.
And Martha's got an incredible vision in terms of the future of us having a place, a specific physical place that we can build out, that would have warehouse space for us to train in and do our rehearsals in, and project films and just create a hub.
And have screenwriting labs, you know, where
exactly.
young filmmakers who are scribbling on their books
Get
ideas
there.
can come and now have like the support to build on their ideas and create actual scripts.
And to collaborate with all of the channels, big channels like yourself, to get into this situation where we're able to produce something with you, and also produce something for you across the continent, across the globe. We want to aim as far as we possibly can. That's a longer term plan. But it is one that, you know, when Martha took over as CEO, I'm like, so what do you want to do? And she says, really? This is what I want to do. I'm like, I think it's a great idea. Let's do that. Let's work towards that.
Let's go for it. So I guess you're kind of short, medium, and long term, say 10 years, you want to see Koros Film Festival where there are like 10 Gambian made films.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
And that they're not only showing in our festival, they're doing the rounds, that we're sending them to Sundance, that we have our first short film at the Oscars.
Yes.
You know, we want to get to that point where we're making TV shows for Netflix, because when you get to that point as a country, you create a whole industry locally. It just means that, because right now I'm working in Ireland. Ireland, if you go back 10, 15 years, didn't have the infrastructure or the system they have now. Now they're heads of department, Irish. And you're going, okay, this is how you slowly build it till you get to that point.
And I like the thing you said about Netflix, because if we go back, say, 15 years, you'd find no African content on Netflix.
Exactly.
And now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So much.
The digital infrastructure,
it's quite
our
astonishing.
phones and everything has made it so much more possible for Africa to be part of the international industry, because we now have the tools. They're more accessible than they used to be, and easier to learn how to use than older film cameras. So I think we can really take advantage of this and really make most of it. Our phones alone can make really good movies, talk less of, if you're really able to hone your skills and start working with.
And that's it. It's the skills. It's the ethos. One thing that I realized that I took for granted when I was working in the West is that film has been part of that history for so long. Storytelling, and there's a shorthand. It's just like, okay, people kind of
They
get it,
kinda
and they just
know
do
what-
it. They
yeah,
see it all
right.
the time.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to introduce here. That, and that's what the mantle that Martha's taken on to basically spread that message of, okay, here's how we see storytelling. Here's how we see getting this message across and doing something with it.
Yeah, so let's talk about the festival itself.
This year's
Yeah.
festival.
Yes.
What can we look forward to?
Just a really good lineup of Gambian, African, and French films across 3 nights. The festival is happening on the Thursday to the 27th of November, all the way to Saturday the 29th of November. And the screening event starts at 8 p.m. sharp, and we'll have a really nice mix of films every night. And
Come before.
Come before.
And hang out. Because
Yes.
it's a nice vibe before we have
And
music.
just to say to the viewers, 8 p.m. sharp does mean 8 p.m. sharp.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We start on.
You guys, you know what I mean. When
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, it's happening at Alliance Francaise.
Yeah.
Come
On Caraba
earlier.
Avenue. Yeah.
Caraba Avenue here, just around the block. Come have some cocktails or mocktails and take photos. Enjoy the atmosphere before the film starts. If you come at 7 p.m., really best time. You'll have a really good time. And yeah, there'll be music. So come.
I mean, last year it sold out.
Yeah.
We started turning people away
Yeah.
at a certain point, which was a proud moment for us to go, wow, okay,
Yeah.
we've got to the point where people are turning up this much.
Yeah.
So please do come on time. If you want to get a ticket, this is a shameless plug.
Plug away.
404-5046 or 404-5046. That's the Americanized version of saying it.
Yeah.
Please call, book a ticket. And the theme this year is Love Africa. So in terms of the dress code, express yourself in a way
Africa.
that says that.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so thank you, Martha. Thank you, Mr. Cisse, for coming.
you.
Thank you,
And we will
gentlemen.
be
you.
there.
Thank
Needless
you.
to say.
Looking
Look
forward
forward
to
to it.
seeing you.
Yeah, and if anybody's going, as they said, get there early, because one of the things I really enjoy is the networking.
Yes.
Yes.
You can get to meet people, talk to them, and so on. And who knows, you might be somebody who
never
has a
know.
great idea for something, and you can meet Martha, you can meet Babu, and talk to them
Yeah.
before the thing starts. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
Looking
so
forward to
much.
it.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Viewers,
it.
this is all we have for this segment. We'll be right back after the break.
My arena of victory and fair. I relentlessly walk, push, strain, and stretched. Moments when every fiber of my being screams, give up. But the fire within me won't let me quit. Despite the burning muscles, in this sport, every moment matters. Every second counts. My failures, my dreams, my pain, my triumphs, they propel me forward beyond all limits. I am Gina Mariam Basbite, and this is Sunyubus.
In the vibrant heart of the Gambia, where life pulses with energy and connections bind us together, your number is the key that unlocks a world of possibilities. Whether you're chasing dreams, sharing passions, or simply brightening someone's day, your number matters in the symphony of our daily lives. 2 numbers connect us all. What's your number?
Man la Ami Kole maa ngi nii Craft Market Serekunda may jaay ay malaan ay kiring te suma number mooy 522 7306.
Assalamualaikum. Aha, to caterpillar men fali so mi donnam no mama si mi wara ma kole. Wadu 3 7 3 6 9 44.
Téléphone yi lañ bëggoon seen téléphone si ngeen bëgg waaw Alice baa ngi nii waaw yaa booy mooy li ma la doon di waxal ndax soo passé sa grade 9 exam bi dinaa la surprise
Papa jërëjëf papa kontaan naa papa.
mooy 507 5445
Jërëjëf papa kontaan naa.
man la Hab Design maa ngi located Safidine man mii maay buuri ñëwkat yi dama dee ñëw birthday dress prom suma numéro mooy 345 73 77
Ndelen Lamin Ndawo.
We are back. You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Balde, and sitting beside me is Mr. De Drame as the co-host of this program. Yeah, so Mr. Ade?
You always sound energized when it's Thursday. I wonder why that is.
It's the end of the week for us.
For you.
Our weekend starts today, you know. UTG and partners launch 200,000 euros cashew development project. And we have Dr. Ibrahim Njai, Senior Lecturer, School of Agriculture and Environment, and Dr. Lang Sanyang, Director of Research and Consultancy. Gentlemen, it's good to have you on this platform.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you
for having us.
Yes. So let's talk about this development project. I mean, I think we'll start with you. First, we would like to know what is this project all about?
Thank you very much, Mr. Balde, and thank you very much, our viewers, for being with us this morning. Greetings from the University of the Gambia. I am Dr. Lang Sanyang, the Director of Research and Consultancy. We are here today to discuss a project we recently launched. To be precise, we launched this project on the 10th of November, 2025. And the project is a project that is conceived by one of our alums, who is Sekou Kamara. He's a Gambian living in Finland. He conceived of the idea of establishing a business that processes cashew pulp.
Right.
In other words, cashew apple.
Yes, quite. Yes.
Into canned drinks, into juice, because he, growing up as a young man in the Gambia, realized that cashew pulp is waste in this part of the world. And research has shown that over 90% of cashew pulp or cashew apple is waste in our part of the world. As a result, he contacted the University of the Gambia because he had done something and in fact did some work on cashew pulp all the way in Vietnam.
Right, right.
And started supplying the European market. And he thought, as part of his responsibility as a citizen of the Gambia and alum of the University of the Gambia, it would be good for him to work with the University of the Gambia to start a pilot project that would process cashew apple into various products. Among them, we will be able to do juice, we will be able to do vinegar. In fact, most interestingly, we will be able to produce flour from cashew.
That was the one that intrigued me.
Yes. And not only about things like hand sanitizer and many more, even candies. We can produce all of this. And he contacted us. We worked together on a joint project and submitted it to GIZ through one of their fundings. Right. And we were able to win this grant, but the grant is a matching grant.
Yeah, quite. Yeah.
So we launched the project. Now we have started on procuring some equipment. As I said, it's a matching grant where 40% is provided by the GIZ and its partners, and the 60% should be mobilized by the University of the Gambia and his company that is Kamaras OY. In other words, Kamaras Limited. He is established in Finland, but he's come back to give back to his home country to be able to start this. And the project has got different components. One of the components is we will provide capacity building, that is training of youth, women and young people. And the project is supposed to train 150 young people in cashew processing into various products. And the other part of it is to be able to do research where the university is critical here in terms of the benefits, what type of things we can produce from cashew apple mainly. But we are going beyond that because the University of the Gambia is just established a Center for Excellence for Food Science and Technology. And we are now ready to transform that industry into an industry that will be able to process local fruits and other local produce into readily available food and beverages that can be consumed both locally and internationally. So the university will provide the research support and also the capacity building.
So before Dr. Njai comes in, there's a friend of mine, Edward, who's in the UK. You've just upset him because he came here 2 years ago on holiday and he saw this and he saw the waste, the very waste that you're talking about. And in fact, he had intended to move to the Gambia simply to open a factory that would start to process cashew. And this, so he's probably watching because he watches this show and he's probably thinking, oh my God, that's what I was going to do. So Dr. Njai, we've heard about people going to the university. Usually it's all academic, but this is quite transformative. So if you could just explain to us and to the viewers how transformative it will be where they're involved in something on a practical level that is also a business.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for having us. We are glad to be here this morning. My name is Ibrahim S. Njai. I'm a senior lecturer at the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. In fact, what we've just mentioned here is what obviously people will be asking us questions because obviously, you know, the output from our school obviously have to deal with farmers at various capacities, you know, as technicians, as advisors. So the moment the country plunges into food insecurity, the question now comes into who is in the sector. So the University of the Gambia, it is quite true, for 25 years we've been in existence. The School of Agriculture and Environmental Science is one of the premier faculties of the University of the Gambia. But we all know the university is just being the new campus is being established. One of the things that made us excited about this is that, you know, it is going to change the narrative as long as teaching and learning on campus is concerned. Because one of the things that is affecting our development as a country is we are good at producing raw materials, but we are not good at processing them. So you could produce groundnut in the Gambia, but groundnut oil is not available in our markets.
Yeah, it's something I've complained about.
Exactly. So cashew as well, I was lucky to have an engagement with cashew producers in the country. In fact, we traveled to Turkey through the UN-funded project to have a case study of what Turkey is doing better as long as their nut production sector is concerned. But it is always you know, widely claimed that Gambia has premium quality for cashew. It's like the cashew that is produced in the Gambia here is sorted after very well.
I gather that a lot of it ends up going to India.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, but there is no value addition. So all those cashews are unprocessed nuts that are sent to India and then go to our supermarket and ask the price of cashew. So it is very expensive. So this project is important in the sense that it is going to help add value to cashew. But not only the nuts, but the pulp or the apple that is thrown away. So we could do something better with it. The juice production is one of it. But you equally realize that, you know, during the cashew production season, most farmers will barely have to spend the whole day and probably part of the night, you know, at the farm to fend animals away, roaming animals. So this apple could be processed into animal feed as well. So since we are responsible, because one of our core mandate as an institution is to train the human resource base of this country. So when we train them, they go out there to offer services. We're now having some of our students that are entrepreneurs. So by exposing them to this project could probably trigger their curiosity into venturing in this sector. And I just want to allay the fears of your friend. You said he may be watching, but
I'm sure he's watching.
We are getting into this sector to pave the way. In case if he comes back to invest in this domain, he will have the necessary human resource to work with.
This is true.
That is the critical role that the university is going to play in this.
which I think is very important, because obviously we cannot meet the daily requirements of Gambians, even if we get into this project will launch tomorrow. So anyone could come in, but the assurance we are giving you is that after this project is launched, we'll be able to have the necessary human capacity to be able to work in any factory that may be established.
Well, I hope he's watching, because as well as wanting, he actually builds the machines. So he might actually be able to work with you, actually. And that was the thing, because he thought, he could save on the cost of, importing the machines. He could have them built here.
Exactly.
From all sorts of things.
Yeah, for me, I am just worried about the sustainability of the project. I mean, most of the time, sustainability becomes our problem. We start something, but we don't continue. Yes. So
Thank you very much. Just to add on to what Dr. Njai said, the university is on a transformative agenda. We feel that the university cannot continue to stand as an ivory tower, but we feel that we have to be much more involved in transforming our sectors so that we are able to achieve the development objectives of this country. And food insecurity is a global problem. We cannot remain conducting only research. We think it's time for us to take action. And this action starts yesterday, not just today. About your colleague, in fact, the University of the Gambia is ready to go into public-private partnership with anyone.
I hope he's
because we think this country cannot be developed only by the public sector.
Sure.
But it is both the private and public sector that has to come together. We have to harness what is available, both locally and internationally. So he is most welcome to definitely work with us. Coming to your question,
sustainability.
In terms of sustainability. In fact, one of the reasons why this project is housed at the University of the Gambia, it's a precondition by the funder that the equipments that are supposed to be used during the course of the project should be transferred to a non-profit entity or an NGO. So that also has motivated my colleague and brother who owns Cameras OY to say the best place for this is let me partner with the university. And the University of the Gambia, as I said, is here to stay. We've got young brains like him, Dr. Ibrahim Njai, with a lot of passion and enthusiasm. And the Vice Chancellor has given a commitment. In fact, on the day of the launch of this event, he had emphasized that everything that is required as far as making this project successful and sustainable is concerned, he is ready to, of course, chip in. And anytime we need his support. And we are also mobilizing funds. And beyond the 18 months of the project, we will now start producing and be able to float it in the market so that we will be able to sustain the center. Because without that, it might be difficult. We cannot keep going to donors and say, support us, support us. So we will, create an enterprise around it so that we are able to continue training at the same time, sustaining and maintaining the facility for posterity. Thank you.
I think Dr. Njai wanted to come in.
Yeah, exactly.
I could see
thank you, Mr. Balde, for that question. Obviously, it is very important because the first thing you should think of when you write such projects of such magnitude is because history will be there to judge us. This funding has been provided, but how has it impacted the people? That is why I said we are excited to be part of this project as a school because there is one thing. We cannot develop without data. And this data must be generated through research. So we are going to ensure that the moment we start production, we equally start working on the research aspect of it. We are not only dealing with cashew here. This is just going to be a stepping stone. So whatever experience is garnered from this, we are going to expand it into other sectors.
Sure.
Cashew is not the only fruit that is produced in the Gambia. We have mangoes.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. You know, we have oranges. When during the normal season, we see basically everything is wasted.
Right.
So whatever experience we've got from this cashew production, we are going to expand it in the other sector.
Right.
And not only that, we are talking about cultivated produce, but there are edible wild crops in the forest there,
Yeah.
you know, which could equally be processed. So the sustainability probably is not going to be an issue. Because when the cashew season is off, you know, we are having other fruits, you know, that have been produced either by farmers or in the wild. So there are potentials that we could harness to ensure that, you know, the production company, you know, keeps flowing. So the research is obviously going to come in, because I know we have the brains and the minds, you know, at the faculty to be able to do this. And not even that, you know, the students, some of them are very entrepreneurial. So, you know, just this last week, you know, as part of a course, you know, they were asked to develop their brands, you know, and I was amazed, you know, at the quality of work that was done. So getting this project on the ground is obviously going to help trigger those, you know, minds, you know, to come up with ideas, you know, to look beyond the cashew. Yeah, but even with the cashew, you know, the potentials are there, because there is no other company right now in the Gambia that ventures into this domain. So we will be able to have access to raw material, but not even that. You may want to say, oh, which fruit is the best? So research comes in. Sure. So it means we will have to equally get into germplasm production.
Sure.
Now, identify the best fruits, you know, as long as pulps are concerned. We have to ensure that we multiply this particular germplasm to ensure that, you know, it is widely produced in the country, and that it is going to indirectly help in increasing production and productivity, you know, in the cashew sector.
And you
as
can,
well.
of course, link up with NARI. Because they're just about to try and start to digitize all the research that's been across the agriculture sector for the last 40 years. It's a huge project, but they're just about to start on that. But the thing I like about it, particularly before Ibrahim Abalde comes in again, is that in our industry, broadcasting industry, when about 3 years ago I spoke to some students, I was quite shocked that all they had done was theory. They had never touched a camera. And yet this is what they were studying. They'd never been into a recording studio to record voice and so on. But this is actually completely different to that. You not only, you know, practical, hands-on, but there's also a kind of element to it. We're trying to encourage people to be entrepreneurs. And somebody who trains through this might say, I'm going to start my own. As you said, there might be other fruits or even other vegetables that they might think, oh, I could process that based on the skills I've learned on this particular course.
Exactly. Yeah, in fact, that was what happened. The day we launched the project, we were able to have three varieties of beverages.
Right.
One made from dita, some call it talo. We were also able to do a cocktail where we've mixed baobab and baobab and something else I forgot. Then we were also able to do watermelon. Knowing how widespread it is, and it's all getting spoiled. Right? And beyond that, we also want to explore wild fruits. For example, if you know what we call kutufingo or kutuburo, it's all spoiled in the bush. You know. So, and all of these have a lot of nutritional values. So the research comes in there as well. We would, through this project, we will also be able to establish the nutritional values of some of these things. In fact, I was reading somewhere, I think I came across where, if you look at the nutritional value of cashew pulp, the juice, is even far higher than orange. But we do not know. So knowing that, what we might be looking for in terms of some of those things, I mean, there is a fruit that is just spoiled all over. Nobody cares, nobody uses it. So, I mean, this is a very good opportunity for the country. And I will definitely encourage everyone to, of course, support us in this project. Right, as we move to our Farababanta campus, that is where the project would be located. Yes.
So the supply chain at the end of the time, we all know, you know, we are losing our farms, our cashew farms, due to settlements expanding. That is also going to be another obstacle if steps are not taken.
Yes.
You know, so I hope now you will put that into consideration.
One of the good thing about cashew is it is drought tolerant. It could basically grow anywhere where other crops do not thrive.
That's right.
So I know, in as much as we are expanding, we are not so much stressed that we are expanding into mountains now. So it means the land that is regarded as uncultivable at the moment, could be utilized for cashew production. But obviously, this is something that is threatening our food production sector, and I believe the authorities will have to put a check on it. We're not saying let's not have real estates, but can they change the modality by which they operate? Can we go vertical instead of having so many buildings on a large piece of land? So they could go vertical and then still be able to provide accommodation for people. But it is an issue of concern. But then with cashew, I believe we will still be able to, at least for the next 4 or let's say 5-10 years, we will be able to have the produce that we need in the country here, because the sector is expanding. Remember, we are struggling with our groundnut production, which used to be the major cash crop in the country. But because of the post-harvest management issues and then the related health complications associated with the cashew, with groundnut produce in the Gambia, we are losing our grip of the world, our share of the world market. So, but cashew, obviously, it may be, have such issues, but it is better than groundnut. So you realize that the cashew production sector, I think even with the ministry, it's one of the major cash crops that they are promoting now, cashew production. So rest assured, with cashew, with the current trend, the sector is just going to increase and increase.
So I mean, just in addition to what he said, you see, one of the reasons why we are seeing probably a lot of cashew farms being sold out to real estates, because people realize that there is very little value. Now, if they know that apart from the nuts, they can also get value from the pulp, obviously they would be assured of annual income that is reasonable enough than selling the land as one-off. So I think the establishment of this center, and also because after we train these young people, what would happen is they will go and establish their own businesses. So anywhere across the country, cashew producers would have somebody who could buy their produce to be able to process, which means they were assured of having some income annually, which is a great thing. And also, we are just around the border with Casamas, where cashew is available. So we can get raw materials from even Casamas, just as we are seeing in terms of the cashew nuts. Thank you.
So when are we expected to roll big? I mean, to start rolling? When are we expected to be seeing cashew juice in our supermarkets supplying all over?
Certainly when the season begins, that is, season begins around February.
April, May.
April, February, April, May. We expect to start our first production of the cashew juice.
Oh wow, Mr. Ade, we can wait to have a taste.
We can barely wait.
Yes, definitely.
That would be lovely.
And we will find time to bring samples of it.
Oh yeah, why not? On our platform.
Yes.
Why not? Why not?
I hope we will not be charged for it.
No, never. You won't be charged for that. We are partners in development.
And we will tell the viewers that when you see us drinking it here, it's all in the course of our work. It's not bribery or anything like that.
Yes, and we'll have bleach.
Yes, I realize that bleach is something that always...
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So we'll forget about getting it from elsewhere, but locally.
The flour and the bleach were the things that kind of, when we did the story, and they mentioned flour and bleach, I thought, what? How? But obviously we will get to learn how that comes about. But
so there are many things that can be produced from the cashew.
Yes.
I think it's important for us to explore those areas too. I mean, it will also help, make easy certain things in this country. Before you import, why not you make it? Yes. That would be much easier.
The bleach, the flour, those things, if you can make it.
Even chicken feed. You can get chicken feed from the residue from cashew pulp. Yes, and you know, chicken feed is a major problem in this country. If they are even saying, poultry producers are saying, one of the reasons why local chicken is expensive is because of the feed.
The cost of feed.
The cost of feed is expensive. So having this, which is remnants for us, you know, could definitely augment already the feeds they are getting from elsewhere. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So Dr. Ibrahim Njai and Dr. Lang Sanyang, thank you for coming on QTV this morning. And we hope to engage you in the future.
And we wish this project every success.
Thank you so much, Adi and Mr. Balde.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
It's a
your
pleasure.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, I will be back.
Yes.
We certainly hope so. We certainly hope so. And we'll hold you to that.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Adedrame.
Yes, sir.
We are now closing this
program. We're done. Oh
For
dear.
this week.
I was hoping Gajaga would, but we can't. Because so let me spoil it, because our women's relay team won a bronze at the games. So, and that's our first medal at this year's
Islamic Games.
Islamic Solidarity Games.
That's good.
All right, we can play that story, and after playing the story, then we will excuse our guests.
Sure. So, Mr. Producer, run the story.
Night for the Gambia at the Islamic Solidarity Games in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, at the Prince Faisal bin Abdul Aziz Stadium, where hours and witnessed the Gambia's women's 4x100 meters relay team won the bronze medal. In their performance, it was scintillating, breathtaking. Up to the anchor person who finished the race, it was very, very close, but eventually Aissatou, who completed the race, managed to finish third position, which guarantees the Gambia a medal in these games. They're first in the 6th edition of the Islamic Solidarity Games in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It was a momentous occasion. You'll get the reaction of one of the athletes, Mariama Kamara, and how the atmosphere was like at the Prince Faisal bin Abdul Aziz Stadium in Riyadh. It was the women's 4x100 meters final. The Gambia fully represented, and a lot of expectations for this final. At least for the Gambia to finish on the podium. That's wonderful! Congratulations! Aissatou finished third, and that's going to be a bronze medal for the Gambia. This is a joyous moment. The first medal for the Gambia, and it's going to be bronze. Yes! Bronze medalist, Gambia's 4x100 meters women's relay team in the final. You made your country proud. Congratulations. Ah, that's beautiful. So, okay, Mariama, you ran for the Gambia in the women's 4x100 meters relay final and finished as bronze medalist. Tell us about how it feels.
It feels great, and I'm thanks to FTV for the support, because without them, we might be out.
Yeah, so we are back. I mean, congrats to the Gambia.
Congrats to the women, because as our colleague Faha was saying, that initially they had not been allowed to compete, but then that decision was reversed. And thankfully it was reversed because they've managed to bag a bronze medal.
At least we won't come home empty-handed.
Empty-handed. I'm so pleased for that. And well done to them, and of course well done to our colleague Mamadou Gajaga.
So thank you, Mr. Ade. We've closed this segment, this program for this week.
Yes.
We'll be back here again Monday, inshallah, for another edition of QTV this morning. Thank you very much to our director Aliou Jallo, not forgetting the technical crew, the camera crew, and the producers of this program, and to Mr. Ade, Mr. Momodou Mbodj for at least, being around to the end of the week.
And see you all at the Sona Jobate show tomorrow.
And see you. Bye-bye.